Live from Busch Stadium in St. Louis, Missouri, MLB The Show has action out of the NL Central. It's the Chicago Cubs taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. All right, we'll be back to get after this. Just about ready to go. And today on the hill, Steven Matz.
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
Ready to go? Ian Happ up to hit.
The left fielder, number 8, Ian Happ.
Gets the call, and we are underway. That's in there. No balls, 2 strikes. Half lays off.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. To the right side. Takes it himself. 1 out in the top of the first. Here's a look at the Cubs lineup. And the challenge for this lineup today, Singy, finding a way to have success against the sinker ball.
Yeah, it's a tough pitch to hit, Boog, and even harder to elevate. Got to set your sights a little bit higher when you're at the dish. They're struggling with it. I'd expect them to make some type of adjustment. It won't take long to see how well that sinker is working today.
Kyle Tucker, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. And a swing and a miss.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
Curve in the dirt.
2 strikes.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, I'm not sure what he was waiting on right there. He got the changeup and still wait on it. You rarely see that. It almost makes you think that he was trying to set the pitcher up. I mean, if you can't catch up to the off-speed stuff, there's no way you're going to touch a fastball.
Seiya Suzuki stands in now, looks at that one inside. The 1-0.
Strike.
2 outs, base is empty. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field.
Batting 4th, the first baseman,
Michael Busch, the next to hit.
Busch.
There's a strike. Snap throw to first. And he's back in easily. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
The shortstop, Dansby Swanson.
Dansby Swanson stands in. Ground ball up the middle. Now the throw to first on the run. And it beats him. What a play. Cubs strand a couple. Now the Cardinals will see what they can do. There's no score. You're dialed into the show. Back here at Busch Stadium. And today's starting pitcher, Porter Hodge.
Well, he's not a rookie, but still very young in this game, learning his craft. I think the key is getting consistent reps and the opportunity to develop his stuff. Looking forward to watching him pitch in this one.
Bottom of the first. Now here is Lars Nootbaar. Little chopper rolls foul. And that one almost got him. Into center. And that'll fall for a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Batting second, the first baseman.
Here's Contreras now.
Contreras.
And the first pitch misses for ball one. Fouled off left side. Nootbaar on at first. Nobody out. That one finds the corner. And the count 1-2. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
And now, Brendan Donovan.
No.
First offering, and it just misses.
1-0.
Man at first, one away.
Come on, Brendan.
Foul ball there.
Oh! 2-1.
Fouls one off. 2-2. That one is absolutely belted. And it gets into the corner, but it's foul.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He's having a hard time catching up.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Spoils a two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, even though he strikes out, he saw a lot of pitches and he battled. Plus, it gave the guys behind him an opportunity to see more from the pitcher. Not the result he wanted, but that's still a good at-bat.
Here's Nolan Arenado. Yeah, that's in for a strike. 0-1. Bottom of the zone and a called strike.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First two pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
Out to short, Swanson. They take the force out. That's the third out. Inning over. End of one, and we're still scoreless. Back here in St. Louis, second inning set to go. Nico Horner will come up to hit. He's kind of an outlier, especially when guys are consciously sacrificing contact to deliver power. Matz back to work. There's the strike.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
On the ground to third, and that's just foul. Singy, one of the things that's interesting is that guys really don't worry about swing and miss from an offensive standpoint anymore. So when you see somebody who contacts the ball like this, do you think of that as plus value?
Absolutely, if he's doing damage. Now, if he's rolling over and grounding out, then it's a different story. But, yeah, if he can put the ball in the gaps or over the fence, 100%.
And that's downstairs. And the count is 2-2.
Yeah, and the domino effect of that is running up pitch counts on pitchers and then either getting them to a place of fatigue or getting into the bullpen perhaps before you get to those higher leverage arms at the back end.
And up next for Chicago, Pete Crow Armstrong. Crow Armstrong goes 5 feet 11 inches, 185 pounds, a former first-round pick in 2020. Swing and a pop-up, foul at a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. One down, base is empty. That's outside. Now 2 balls and a strike. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
2-2.
And now the count filled up 3-2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time, a little anxious.
Stepping in, Matt Shaw. That misses the zone, and that's ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
This ball's chopped on the ground. Throws across the diamond, and the Cubs go 1-2-3. Cubs are down quietly. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here in St. Louis, and now the center fielder, Alec Burleson.
Burleson.
That's off the mark, and that's ball 1. Knee high, that's in for a strike.
Good zip on that fastball at the bottom of the zone. If he's there all day, it's going to be a tough one for the hitters.
In the air, out towards right center. Crow Armstrong should have it. Hauls it in for the out.
Batting 6, the catcher, Ivan.
And now it's Ivan Herrera. Missing inside, ball one. One out, bases empty. And a swing and a line drive at a right field. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it.
Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Runner on at first with one gone. And now the DH, Jordan Walker. Fastball for a strike at 95. Herrera stands at first with one out. That just misses. 1-1. On the ground. Boots it. No throw. Safe at first. And we'll see if it's an error.
Back-to-back singles. They're in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Victor Scott next up for the Cardinals. Looking for his first big league hit right here. And first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Always tough to turn two on a speedster like this. It's even harder with him coming out of the left-handed batter's box. You really need something to hit hard on the ground that they can handle to turn two quickly.
And that one fouled off. Two on, one out. Misses. Now 1-2.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Out, number 2.
Batting ninth, the shortstop, Mason Wynn.
Mason Wynn next up for the Cardinals. Trying to pick up his first knock in the big leagues. And that's outside. Nothing here in the bottom of the second. Next pitch is outside.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
2 on, 2 outs. And that one missing low.
Love how this guy grinds out at bats. I mean, he's down there at the bottom of the lineup in the 9-hole, but he's worked himself in a really good hitter's count, trying to pick up a 2-out RBI.
Fastball for a strike. 2 aboard, 2 outs. Up the middle, Swanson. They get the force, and that will end the inning. 2 left on. End of 2 here at Busch Stadium. We're tied, 0-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. On to the third inning. And now, Miguel Amaya. Misses inside. 1-0. That one drifts inside. And that's a fair ball.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. They really turned on that one, and as it hooked down the line, it was hard to tell if it would stay fair, but it just barely sneaked in there.
So up next, Ian Happ, former first-round pick out of the University of Cincinnati, grew up in Pittsburgh, and that clips the inside corner.
No ball. 1 strike.
On the ground, a second, might be 2. Off balance feed, there's 1. To first, not in time. Great effort there.
Tough play right there. Didn't really have enough time to set his feet and make a strong, accurate throw. Had to rush it, but he got it off, and he got it there in time to get that out at second base.
So here's Kyle Tucker now. His first at-bat was a strikeout. To first, and they've got him picked off. The tag, and he's out at second. That's down and in. Top of the third, no score. Ripped to right. Scott snags it on the run. 1 hit in the inning, but nothing more than that. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. No score. Bottom of the inning, digging in, Lars Nootbaar.
The left fielder, Lars Nootbaar.
Lifted in the air down the left side, and it falls. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but it was harder than it needed to be thanks to
Now
the bad
batting,
jump.
first
Those small
baseman,
moments can be
Wilson
costly.
Contreras.
And up to hit is Wilson Contreras. And that's too high.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
Runner at first with no outs here. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
2 consecutive base hits for this team. I really like that swing, man. He didn't just push it the other way through the infield. He drove it that way, and it kind of makes me think he was thinking opposite field as he stepped into the box. Got a pitch he liked, and he got it done.
First and second, no outs. Brendan Donovan digs in now. Just missed. Nootbaar, the lead runner at second. Contreras on at first with nobody out. Now 1-1. Rips that one to right. Drops into the glove. Runner tags at second. He is safe.
He's in there. He's safe.
Now we'll see if moving up to third there pays off for him. He didn't have to tag and go, but now he can score a lot of different ways. Doesn't have to be a base hit. We'll see what happens.
Here's Nolan Arenado. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Carrying well. And second home run of the series. It's 3-0. He ambushed him right there, Siggy.
Yeah, swinging on that first pitch, and I think losing one over the fence is exactly what he had in mind as well. Always scary for a pitcher when a guy can take a fastball down the middle and hit it to the opposite field. No holes in a swing like that, and that time that ball was hit hard.
One down. Alec Burleson getting ready to hit. And that's in for a strike. Still only one out here in the inning. Ground ball left side. Throws to first in time.
Up next for the Cardinals, the catcher, Ivan.
Here's the catcher, Ivan Herrera. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And first offering is fouled off. 2 gone, bases empty, but 3 runs across here in the last half of the third. And that's down and away. Next pitch is outside.
2-1.
This one lifted in the air, left field. Makes the catch, and the inning is over. St. Louis gets 3 on the homer. It's now 3-0. Major League Baseball is on the show. And we're back. John Shambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the fourth, Seiya Suzuki. Up the middle, win. Leadoff hitter retired in the fourth.
That's what a good sinker is designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
Bush.
Michael Bush, the next Cub to hit. A single his first time. And that skips in the dirt. And that one ripped into right. Scott makes the grab for the second out.
The batter, number 7, shortstop. Dansby
2 down, bases empty.
Swanson.
Now it's the shortstop, Dansby Swanson.
Swanson, former first-round pick by the Arizona Diamondbacks. Vanderbilt player in college, College World Series player, all that good stuff, but really coming into his own.
And there's the strike. On the ground to the left. Arenado to first in time. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Nothing happening there for the Cubs. They trail in this one 3-0. Welcome back, and they turn to a new arm as we kick off the bottom of the fourth. Shota Imanaga.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Jordan Walker now at the plate. Reached on an infield single his first time.
Walker.
Foul ball.
You know, these Cards doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. It's tough to remember the times they've actually swung and missed at a pitch because it really hasn't happened. They've made contact on nearly 100% of their swings.
Bush steps on the bag. One up, one down.
Now batting, the right fielder, Victor Scott.
Victor Scott will hit next.
And there's one thing on his mind this at bat, getting that first hit at the big league level.
And that's through there for a strike. 0-1.
0-1.
Shota, he's got some good and some bad. The positive is he doesn't walk very many guys. But, Chris, the problem is that he is prone to giving up some homers. Right through there for a strike.
And it's flip a coin because the good thing is that you can bring a guy like this in with the bases loaded and not worry about walking in a run. But on the other side, if he gives up one of those homers, it counts for 4.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. And a couple of quick outs.
Now batting, shortstop, Mason.
Mason Wynn next up for the Cardinals. On the ground, right side, and it goes just foul. High fly ball out towards left center. Happ makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. All set for the start of the inning. So here's Horner now. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out. Dives, and he can't hang on. No throw, and they catch a break as they get a base runner at first.
The center fielder, number 4, Pete.
Man at first.
Crow
So up now
Armstrong.
for Chicago, Pete Crow Armstrong. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Hit in the air, right field. Scott in position and makes the grab. And there's one away. Matt Shaw digs in now. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. And that drops in for a strike.
No ball. 1 strike.
High fly ball, right field. Scott settles underneath it. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
The catcher, number 9, Miguel Amaya.
And now it's Miguel Amaya. And he's already singled in this game. Horner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. And that's a stolen base, not even close. Here's 0-1. And strike 2.
0-2.
Horner on at second with 2 down. Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. And that is that. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. It's the Cardinals 3 and the Cubs nothing. Back here at Busch Stadium, we have the left fielder, Lars Nootbaar. Nootbaar goes 6 feet 3 inches, 27 years old, and he was drafted in the 8th round back in 2018. Shota back to work. And that one upstairs, ball 1.
You know, these Cardinals doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. The numbers tell us they're averaging more than a hit every inning, and they've only struck out twice, so they keep finding ways to put their bat on the ball.
And that one hammered. Could be extra bases. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. Pulls in with a double. 3rd hit for him today.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Wilson Contreras. Next up for the Cardinals. Fastball for a strike.
No ball. 1 strike.
That's outside. And the count is 1-1. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Last half of inning number 5. That clips the corner.
Backdoored him with a breaking ball. Just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. That one ripped, and foul ball. Man at second. Outside low, 2-2. Good battle here, about to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Stop sign goes up at 3rd. Runners at the corners.
Now batting, the second baseman,
Brendan Donovan. Next up for the Cardinals. 0 for 2 in this one. Hit on the ground, might be 2. Quick feed to second for 1. To first, save. It's a fielder's choice and an RBI. Here's Nolan Arenado. He's already homered in this game.
Nolan Arenado.
First pitch, and he just misses. Started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first, and he went around. Ruled a swing. At the belt and fires. And that one fouled off. Way
Two
high
balls,
with that
two
one.
strikes.
And it's 2-2. That one
Careful.
missed. Stays alive. And ball
Thank you,
4, 2 aboard.
Now batting.
First
the
and
center
second,
fielder,
1 out.
Alec.
Here's the center fielder,
Burleson.
Alec Burleson. That's too low. And that is ball 1. Donovan over at second. Arenado at first. 1 gone.
Hey! 1 ball, 1 strike.
Clips the corner. 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Good job to fight that one off. Two on, 1 out. Got him swinging. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Oh, nothing too fancy on the strikeout pitch right
Now
there. Just a low
batting,
90s
the catcher,
fastball, and I'm not
Ivan.
sure he was trying to challenge him, but that's pretty much what happened. Very hittable location, but he found a way to just get it by him.
And now the Cardinals catcher, Ivan Herrera. He is singled and he is flied to left. And there's a foul ball. First and second, 2 down. Pulls that one foul.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, I want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field knock.
On the inside corner for called strike 3. 1 run in the inning, but they leave 2. 5 innings complete. It's the Cardinals 4 and the Cubs nothing. Back here in St.
Leading off
Louis,
for the
all
Cubs,
set for the
the
top
left
of the
fielder, number
6th.
8,
Here's the Cubs
Ian
leadoff man,
Happ.
Ian Happ. That one's in there, and that is strike 1.
You know, these Cubs need to bring up the quality of their bats and specifically their swings. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority,
1-1.
but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for them to get anything going.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Sometimes you have to keep chipping away until you break through, but it's a lot easier to put runs on the board when you have guys in scoring position because they put themselves there.
That's a ball.
And that's in the dirt.
2-2.
Out there to center. And that'll fall for a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Boog, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight
next
to the
to the
body
Cubs,
and just
the
getting enough of the
designated hitter,
barrel on it to
Kyle
be hard enough back
Tucker.
up the middle for a knock.
Here's Kyle Tucker. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Newbar makes the grab. And there's 1 down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it, but in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
And the batter now, Seiya Suzuki, 1 for 2. And first offering is fouled off.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
And that one lifted in the air, center field. 2 down.
Now batting, the first baseman, Michael Bush.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Michael Bush. A changeup missing, and that's ball 1. Step off, throw to first. Hat dives back in safely.
I think you want to get a one-way lead, be very aggressive in the secondary. This hitter not a power guy, so you want to make sure that you can get some length on the secondary lead and perhaps score on a ball in the gap.
Nootbaar makes the play, and that is that. 1 left for the Cubs. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. Back here in St. Louis, now it's the DH, Jordan Walker. That catches the top part of the zone. Strike 1. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Justin Steele preparing to come on if needed. Morgan also throwing. Next offering in there for a strike. And it's 0-2. And ball 1.
2 strike.
Swings here and drives one well left field. Way back, and you can forget it. He flexes his power with that swing. His first homer of the year, and they add to the lead. It's 5-zip. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boom. We knew it wasn't coming back.
That was quite the home run, Siggy, as we take it in again with StatCast. 114 miles an hour off the bat.
Yeah, and plenty of distance, too. I mean, with that kind of exit velo, if you can get it up in the air with good backspin, it's going to be a tape measure shot.
And up next for St. Louis, Victor Scott. He's one of the faster guys just by pure sprint speed in the majors. Swing and a high fly ball pulled foul, and that's out of play. Ball 1 there. Ripped to third. Whips it across. 1 away, bottom of the 6th.
Now batting, the shortstop, Mason Wynn.
So digging in, Mason Wynn. Just missed. On the inside corner for a strike. 1 out, base is empty, and a run in here in the bottom of the 6th.
Right through there for a strike.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Chases the fastball up the ladder, struck him out.
Oh, that high four-seam fastball has become such
Now
a great
batting,
pitch for
the left
pitchers
fielder.
to finish hitters off. They're trying to stay back with 2 strikes, make sure that they can handle something off speed, and just good spin rate, good rotation through the zone. Elevate it a little bit, get a lot of swings and misses, and that's a really nice job right there.
And first offering is fouled off. He swings and fouls one off. Two down, nobody on. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
2 outs. Foul ball, it stays 0-2. That one's upstairs, ball 1.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up. Now go back exactly where you want to go.
Out to short. Swanson fires over to first. Third out, and that ends the frame. Buffalo shot stretches their lead even further. And the lead is now 5-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now it's Dansby Swanson. That pitch in for a strike. It's 0-1. Movement in the bullpen. Phil Maton, the veteran right-hander, appears to be loosening up. Romero, a left-hander, also throwing. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate. That one off the mark, and it's 1-2.
Tough to take a 2-strike changeup that just missed. I think it froze him.
That one misses, and that's ball 2.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Outside with a breaking ball. Swings and sends a rocket to right. Scott makes the grab, 1 down.
The batter, the second baseman, Nico Horner.
Here's Nico Horner. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Definitely a frustrating day for the offense, but when they look at it, this guy's had his best stuff. Been painting the corners, working on the edges and changing speeds. Just a difficult one. You tip your cap.
And that finds the mark on the outside corner. And the count 1-1. Bases empty, one away here in the top half of inning number 7. That one the other way. He steps on the bag. Some ricochet action on that play, but they get the out.
The center fielder, number 4, Pete Crow Armstrong.
2 outs, bases empty. Pete Crow Armstrong, the next Cub to hit. First pitch misses.
1 ball, no strike.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. Now he'll turn for second. Not stopping. He's going for 3. The relay. And this is going to be a 2-out triple.
All over that one right there. I love seeing a nice triple into the gap. It's just a great baseball play. You've got to get out of the box. You've got to cut the bases. And sometimes you've got to pick up your third base coach. And on top of that, nice swing to barrel up the ball out front. And he was on his horse the entire way to third. Very well done.
Here's Oliver Marmol towards the mound, and we're going to see a pitching change here. Steven Matz won't go any further. Great effort out of him as he exits in line for the win. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when we get back.
Now pitching for the
on the
Cardinals,
mound now, Phil Maton.
Number 88.
The offense will need to be ready for the
Phil
breaking stuff. He's got a great curveball. Matt Shaw, the next Cub to hit. And first offering is fouled off. Swings and misses, struck him out. Cubs lead 1. It's 5-0.
Now pitching for
We're back
Chicago.
in a new pitcher here to start the bottom
Number
of the 7th.
33.
Eli Morgan.
And with the big deficit on the
Morgan.
scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance
Leading
the
up
same way
for
you
the
would
Cardinals,
for one in a close
the
game.
first baseman,
Wilson Contreras now up to the plate.
Contreras.
Right through there for a strike. Fought off foul. And the 0-2. Good eye right there.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Now
That's
batting,
tough. You see
the
it
second
well. I
baseman,
mean, that was clearly
Morgan.
up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest
Morgan.
things. And when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
Donovan at the plate and takes high there. That one pushed to the left and foul. Just
No,
off
that's
the
a ball.
inside edge. Edge of the zone for a strike. And the count is even 2-2. In the air, left field, down the line, and that will drop foul. Missed with a changeup, and the count's full.
3-2.
Fouls that off to the left, and will do it again. Draws the walk there. That's a great at bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out
Now
that at bat.
batting,
Saw a
the
lot of
third baseman,
pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
One gone runner at first. So now it's Nolan Arenado. He's already homered here in this one. And a fastball in there for a strike at 91.
And that's a great take right there. Even though it's a strike, with the situation, runner on first base, you want to keep the ball off the ground. And you swing at that pitch, most likely you roll into a double play.
And there's a hit. And now two aboard.
Now batting, the center fielder, Alec.
So up next,
Burleson.
Alec Burleson. 0 for 3 in this one. Well struck right field. This one's got a chance, and it's caught just in front of the wall. Runner tags at second, and he moves up to third. Now 2 away.
Up next for the Cardinals, the catcher, Ivan
Herrera next up for the Cardinals. 1 for 3. And that one is lifted in the air. Suzuki pulls it down, and that is that. No runs, a hit, 2 left. 8th inning coming up. It's the Cardinals 5 and the Cubs nothing. Back here at Busch Stadium, we're at the top of the 8th, and here's the catcher, Miguel Amaya. Maton measures 6 feet 2 inches, 205 pounds, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. Swing at a ground ball. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Gets it there in time, though, and they get it out of the play.
Great job by the second baseman right there. Quick reaction to dive, knock that ball down, and big leaguers just don't panic, not the good ones. He gets up, makes the play, really good throw over to first base. That's the kind of composure that you want to see from a guy in that position.
So digging in, Ian Happ. Just missed. The Cards leading by 5, and we're in the top of the 8th. And a foul ball. One down, base is empty. And there's a strike. The next pitch misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. And a base hit up the middle. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Couple of hits in a row for him here.
Now
I know that was a
the
ground ball,
designated
but it
hitter,
was absolutely
Kyle
hammered through the
Tucker.
infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Kyle Tucker, a.k.a. King Tuck, to the plate now. That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. That's
One
down
ball,
and in.
2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, that was the cutter down and in right there. And typically, if you're going to have a chance with the pitch, if it's down, that's your best chance of doing anything with it. It's kind of like a mini slider, just with a little less vertical movement. But still, that one tied him up, and he couldn't get the barrel to it.
Suzuki in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. That one finds the zone, and the count is 0-2. To the right side. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe. And here's the first baseman, Michael Bush. And that's off the inside edge. Ball 1. And another ball. Movement in the bullpen for the Cardinals. Andre Palante appears to be getting ready. And I'm sure he's feeling some nerves. This would be his major league debut. Helsley, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. 2 on, 2 outs. That one misses, and now 3-1. And that'll load the bases.
The batter.
Here comes the manager out of the Cardinals dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Phil Maton will depart, and he leaves with the bases loaded, so he'll look for some help from his teammate coming in behind him.
Now pitching for the
Pitching
Cardinals.
change here, Kyle Leahy.
Number 62.
He's making his second appearance of the season.
Leahy.
2 outs, bases full. Dansby Swanson, the next to hit. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike.
Tough situation right here. It's so important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right there.
The shortstop takes the ball. Next pitch in for a strike, and the count 1-2. Chop to the left side, and that goes foul. 2 outs, bases are full. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Chased the fastball up the ladder for strike 3. And the Redbirds bullpen comes through. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Cardinals 5 and the Cubs nothing.
Now pitching for
Back
Chicago.
now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll
Number
into the bottom of the
66.
8th, Julian Merriweather.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Here's the Cardinal DH, Jordan
the
Walker.
designated hitter, Jordan Walker.
Swing and a ball drilled center field. Crow Armstrong settles under it and makes the catch. And there's one down.
Now
really nice job to get your
fielder,
first out of the ball game.
Victor Scott next up for the Cardinals. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a ground out. There's a strike. The Cubs bullpen with some action. Justin Steele up and throwing for manager Craig Counsell. High in the air, out to right. Suzuki hauls it in, 2 away.
Up next for the Cardinals.
And now the shortstop, Mason Wynn. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. And that's outside. And it's 1-0. Right through there for a strike. Two down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Rips one to right, and it stays fair. Around first, heading for 2. And his first big league hit is a double.
Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Now up for St. Louis, Lars Nootbaar. Left field, Happ. Brings it in, and that is the 3rd out of the inning. So a 2-out double, but they don't score. 9th inning coming up. It's the Cardinals 5 and the Cubs nothing. All set to start the 9th in this one. Here's the second baseman, Nico Horner. Late with the swing there. Action in the St. Louis bullpen. Andre Palante, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Hauls it in for the out.
The center fielder, number 4.
And now here is Pete Crow Armstrong. There's a swing and a drive. And a foul ball. Just off the outside edge. And that's ball 1. Base is empty, 1 away here at the top of the 9th. That one lined into left field, and that's base hit.
The batter, the third baseman.
So a man at first. And the batter now, Matt Shaw. And the first pitch misses for ball one.
1 ball, no strike.
And another ball. Crow Armstrong over at first with one away. That pitch gets the inside corner, and that's strike one.
One way to make a guy real uncomfortable at the plate is pound him inside with good velocity. They're doing that right here.
That one fouled off, 2-2. Just misses with that one.
Wow, that's a tough pitch to lay off.
Swings through it for the K. Cubbies with only one out left. And here is
Now
Miguel Amaya.
Catcher, Miguel Amaya.
– delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. And that's outside. Two outs. Popped up right side. He's got it. Ball game. And the Cardinals use three pitchers to combine for the shutout.
Well, a real nice performance out of the pen. This guy is not the one who usually gets the final out, but extended his role a little bit and helped his team get the win. He got the save. Nice job.
5-0 the final in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Sciambi. Thanks for joining us.